Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Beardsley, and I want to discuss a concept today, essentially a phrase that we at Blocks of Health find that is to be super important, enough that we actually have it up on our banner of our website. So that phrase is, stop fighting, start building. And a quote that came to mind was that of Dan Millman from a movie of his, and the quote is, "The secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." And so this concept is nothing novel. We know that this isn't something that we came up on our own with, or that we developed. It's been used throughout history by philosophers and people that have led movements. Essentially, the thought is that focusing on the positivity will allow for building of new things, for change. So within the healthcare field, a lot of us are looking for that, are looking for change. A lot of us are, if you're out there seeking, obviously something's not going well. You're still having some type of ailment or some type of problem. So you're looking for something different. And I commend you for doing that, because there's a lot of information out there. And really, what we put our energy, what we put our attention toward is what will be. That's a phenomenon that we know, law of attraction comments on that, but whatever we really put all of our energy into is what's going to become our reality. So really to focus on the positive, on the building, will allow for that positive outcome, or that just the outcome that you're seeking. So within our community, within the medical community, a lot of times, what we as physicians are trained to do, and what I think patients are expecting, is when they go to a doctor's office after going through their concerns, what are you given? You're given a diagnosis, and you're kind of placed into a box of a condition. That's what's expected. In fact, if you left without that, I think there would be some disappointment, honestly. So with that, then, that's something that people carry, that individuals hold on to, that identify with, and then the overall goal from then on is to fight that, is to fight diabetes, to fight cancer, to fight and end, all these chronic diseases. And really, we feel that instead of focusing on the condition, on the diagnosis, on the symptoms, shift your mind towards focusing on the goal, what your goal is and the purpose behind that goal. So, how do you start the whole building process? Stop fighting and start building. How do you do that? Really, the first step is to identify what your goal is, or what your goals are. And that can actually be a pretty difficult task for people, because we're so conditioned, or so expected to comment on in the kind of the health field what our chief concerns are, what are our problems. Versus, what do you want? What do you want to be? And I work with patients often and ask them that, and then it takes some time to kind of draft out 3, 5, 10 goals of theirs. So be it to have more energy, to be able to run again, to have the body that you feel good in, all of those things can be the outcomes that you're seeking. Now, second step to that is to establish why you want those goals in the first place. The purpose behind, the why is hugely important, to be that motivator, to be that driving force behind achieving the goal, right? So that's where we start digging deeper into, well, why do you want more energy? Do you want that so that you can spend more time with your children, so that you can perform better at work, so that you can be a better spouse, so that you can be more involved in your community, whatever the underlying purpose is. And it's different for everyone. And it can be as lofty as changing the world, or as minor as wanting to run a 5K that weekend, or in the next future weeks or months. So whatever that why is, it's important to identify it, and to relate to it, and to feel it, and then attach that to the goals. And really, that then will be what to focus on. Focus on those building aspects of health that are different for every person, versus focusing on the condition. You and your sibling could have the same condition or diagnoses, but the approach to resolving that or addressing that and improving from that and becoming your best, healthiest, most vibrant self, the approaches are completely different. But if you just consistently, constantly attack the condition with what that's what the tools, that physicians, that's what we provide a lot of times our patients, here's how to overcome diabetes, here's how to overcome migraine headaches, whatever the condition is. It's not successful for every person. So shifting towards the building pieces, it's a guaranteed home run. It just takes some time and some effort and constant kind of adjustment. So lastly, an action plan that can involve the goals and the purpose and the why behind that. We've created a system here with Blocks of Health, and if you're interested in more information about that system, click into our website, plug in and see what we have there. We have a lot on essentially behaviors and habits that are hugely important to maintaining balance and allowing for overall health and wellness. So that's on our website. I encourage you to look into that. And I also encourage you to just consider the phrase, stop fighting, start building. It's something that we use here in my household often, honestly to the point of aggravation, because it's that subtle, gentle cue to, hey, shift to positivity, shift to building. Don't be so hyper focused on what you're frustrated with. So it's our way of encouraging one another to shift. But if it's something that resonates with you, try it out, use it, put it on your mirror or write it down somewhere in a journal. But it's nice to revisit and remind yourself, don't fight. Focus on the building, and that will provide you with that much more success. So thanks for listening. Subscribe below if you like what you hear. Please feel free to comment and provide any questions or any comments you have. And until next video, thanks.